Excuse me, Paul. I canceled all the patients like you asked me to. But you're so backed up that I had to reschedule some of them in the evening next week.
It doesn't matter.
Paul, are you all right? You've been listening to that for hours.
It's my favorite Bach concerto.
Look, why don't we go out and get something to eat? Maybe go to a movie. You haven't eaten anything all day. Paul?
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
It's your letter of recommendation to work at the Institute. They're looking for a good nurse.
Dr. Quilley's Institute?
It's a fantastic opportunity for you, Susan. Dr. Magnus Quilley is a legend. His work with schizophrenics is revolutionary.
Well, I know, but you're just as good, and I want to work with you. The Institute is too far away. We wouldn't be able to see each other. How would we feel?
No, stop, Susan. Susan, I'm sorry. It's just that I can't do this anymore.
You can't do what?
Nothing makes any sense.
Maybe you should see a psychiatrist.
I want you to leave.
I was just kidding. Paul, did I do something?
It's got nothing to do with you. Damn it, Susan. Please, just leave.
Paul, I love you. Don't you know that? I love you.
Are you going to leave? Or do I have to throw you out?
No, just talk to me. Please, just don't go. Please, just don't. Please, Paul, wait. Paul! Stop! Paul! Paul, open the door! Paul, please open the door. Paul! Paul! No! Paul! Paul, please! Paul, please! No, Paul! Paul! Paul!
Fairfield County, man.
Hi. I'm Susan Manning. I hope you're here to meet me.
Yes.
Good.
Hop in.
I thought it was going to rain.
And the weather changes pretty fast in these parts.
Hot.
Yep. So you're the new nurse?
If Dr. Foley approves my credentials.
Oh, he will.
Why's that?
It's not easy to get new nurses way up here.
Manning?
Yes.
Come with me.
So, how many patients do you have here?
No patients here.
What?
Guests.
Yes. Well, are you one of the...
I'm Jones, head of security. Don't let my title bother you. I'm here for safety, both guests and staff. We do have rules. You will let me know of any violators. I am responsible.
Of course.
It's good to have a cooperative nurse this time. Miss Donamede will show you around.
Who?
Miss Donamede, administrative assistant to Dr. Quilly. At least she likes to be called that. People like titles around here.
You mean like, head of security?
Oh, you're lovely, Miss Manning. But then Superintendent Dr. Quilly said you would be. He claims to have an intuition about phone voices.
Miss Donamede's affection for Dr. Quilly gets out of hand sometimes.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. We'll meet you in the games room. Come with me.
This is our games room.
Yes, this is Nurse Manning, and she's come by to say hello.
Hello. Thank you. I look forward to the opportunity of getting to know all of you better.
Make yourself comfortable, and I'll be back as soon as Dr. Quilly is ready. right, nurse. The World Olympics are soon going to be upon us. Hello.
This is an exact replica of a Fokker 33A. I made these. This little Fokker is the same plane that Baron von Richthofen flew, and we shot down in June 17th, 1918. Would you like to see it fly?
Sure.
And look, I even made a little pilot to go inside.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Many towers. Camilla.
You're a poet.
No, the voice exercise.
But I am a poet. I just love those hydrangeas. You know that you can make them pink or blue or white, just depending on what transport you give them. It's just such fun to...
Hello, lady.
The man with the baseball cap. Is he a patient? I mean a guest. Oh, no. No, that's Dr. Jakeman Moore. He's more or less second in command to Dr. Cody. He's an angel. He's an Adonis. But he's very professional. When I think about him, I get wet. Dr. Cody, this is Susan Manning.
Of course. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so happy you found us.
Thank you, Doctor.
Won't you sit down? Have a nice cup of tea.
Oh, please.
Miss Donnelly, will you be kind enough?
Again, Miss Manning, my condolences on your loss.
Oh, I appreciate that, Doctor.
I think it's almost an obscenity for a psychiatrist to commit suicide.
Why any more than anyone else?
Because of our responsibilities. Can you imagine the effect of a suicide on a doctor's patients?
Yes.
Not now, Henry. I'm busy. He's a brilliant makeup man. Quite comfortable to play anybody but himself. Have you kept in touch with your family and your friends? That can be a comfort, you know.
No, I really want to get my life organized first. I have my credentials here.
Oh, there's no real need for that. Here at the Institute, we believe people are who they say they are. Now, nurse, if you are to be with us, I must ask that you put aside any preconditioned attitude you may have as to the treatment of the insane.
Oh, Dr. Quilley, a man with your reputation doesn't have to explain originality.
Well, our theories are deceptively simple. Our guests, well, they have fantasies that are not accepted in the so-called outside, real, sane world. But here, under extreme controlled situations, we allow them to act out their fantasies as if they were totally sane.
Yes, I met some of your guests earlier.
And we have found that if they get to exercise these fantasies, after a time, they no longer need them. Now, I realize that takes a while, but there are no sudden therapies for the mad. So, here at the Institute, no one is mad. Would you be willing to dress as a nurse?
That's your prerogative. I really want this opportunity.
Then I take it, Miss Manning, that you are prepared to commit to the Institute and to all its values.
Not only to the Institute, but to all its people.
No, I really believe you understand this. However, I will need a commitment. Your commitment.
You have it.
Done and done. there is, I'm afraid, some boring paperwork. Your withholding thing, your RN registration number, and more ad nauseum. Such a gigantic bureaucracy for such a small formality.
It's just as bad at home.
Miss Donnymead will fill in all the details from that, from the letter you sent us. Why don't you just sign here? Miss Donnymead, swamped with paperwork.
I can't tell you how excited I am. Do you have a phone that I could use? Collect, of course. I want to call my family and tell them I'm all right. Very all right. Productive again.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid we cannot have that.
I promise it's collect.
Miss Manning, you are not ready yet to upset your family and friends. Not at all ready. Don't forget you have just committed yourself.
I beg your pardon? Did you say committed? No, I'm here as a nurse.
Of course you are. You are whatever you say you are. Don't you remember? I told you about our theories, and you said you would commit to us.
I meant committed in an entirely different context. I'm a nurse. A real nurse.
If you want to be a nurse, be a nurse.
Dr. Quilly, a person like you wouldn't make an error like this. I'm not staying here.
Oh, please, let us help you.
Why was I locked up?
Locked up? I think you've been dreaming.
No, I wasn't dreaming. I was locked up in a room.
Dr. Quilly has some interesting theories. He thinks that when people break the rules, they sometimes punish themselves in their dreams.
Are you threatening me?
No, of course not, Nurse Manning. I'm no threat to you, and I'm sure you'll find that out. Whatever happened to you last night, even in the mind,
It wasn't a dream.
was very real to you and very exhausting. Time for you to rest. We'll speak later.
Good morning, Miss Parker.
Parker?
Look at grief. Miss Parker was in there. I'll tell Dr. Crilly you're here. Dr. Quilly's on the patio and he's anxious to see you.
Nurse Manning, do sit down and join us. Now, isn't this a simply lovely day?
I don't have time for polite conversation.
Oh, there's always time for polite conversation. Please sit down. Do you know Dr. Moore here?
We met briefly this morning, and, yes, we'll visit frequently.
No, we won't. Let me make this perfectly clear. If you have any question as to my legitimate business here, my credentials are in my purse. Do you have my purse?
Of course. Jones found it out by the gate. You must have dropped it when... Well, never mind. It's found here. Here you are.
My credentials are gone. You took them.
Oh, Nurse Manning, why would I do such a cruel and ludicrous thing? Now look at me. Am I a cruel man?
Dr. Quilly, would you please reconsider this whole terrible mistake?
Once committed, I cannot release you until I believe that you are a normal, healthy human being.
Why did you commit yourself?
I didn't. He handed me a form, and he said that Miss Dunning, whatever the hell her name is, would fill in the details.
Are you in the habit of signing blank forms?
Of course I'm not in the habit of signing blank forms. It just seemed so routine. We spoke on the phone. I was desperate for the job.
Desperate?
Will you please help me?
I'd like very much to help you.
They put me in a basement room.
Basement room? Can you take us there?
No, I can't take you there. I don't know how I got there, and I don't know who put me there.
Basement room? Well, there is no basement room or anything like a basement room in this institute. Is there, Dr. Moore?
No.
It's somewhere.
Yes, it is somewhere. In the mind.
In whose mind, Dr. Quilly? Yours or mine?
You're the new nurse. My name is David. David means beloved.
Actually, it means beloved king.
I'm no king. I'm no one.
No. Everyone is someone. Why are you locked up?
They never told me. They just feed me. someone comes to wash me. I used to wash myself. I used to laugh and wash. But now they never bring me sweets after feeding me. After dinner, could you bring me a sweet or anything, please?
Of course.
Thank you. You won't let them kill you, will you? They'll try, you know. They like to kill nurses here. If I could, I would help you fly away home. But I can't. Don't forget my sweetheart. Means a lot to me.
It's a fantastic opportunity for you, Susan. Dr. Magnus Quilly is a legend. Nothing makes any sense. I can't do this anymore. I want you to leave.
I'm sorry. We wanted to tell you about dinner tonight. Oh, my. You're a lovely thing.
And you're serious. Oh, my dear, why did you do it? I didn't do it. I didn't do it!
The destruction of clothes is a desire to be naked. And what is naked? Naked is to be a fetus again. Always back to the womb. To go so far back, not even to be born.
That's ridiculous.
Surely you're not saying you didn't do it yourself.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, why would anyone do that here?
To force me to wear this uniform?
Now, my dear Miss Manning, try and think back. I did ask you if you objected to wearing a uniform, and you said you didn't.
That was before this.
I repeat, the desire to be naked. Settle, Dr. Price, I'm sure you've made your point. I insist. The clothes represent a deep hatred of them.
This is insanity.
That, I'm afraid, nurse, is the business at hand. Dr. Moore, do you think that this act of violence and the suicide of Nurse Manning's friend had any connection?
Dr. Paul Swanson is dead. He is not relevant, and he will not be given an autopsy. You gentlemen dishonor your profession. More than that, you exploit the ill.
My sweet milk, please.
Oh, David, I forgot. I'm sorry. I was upset and selfish.
Oh, all right. Perhaps tomorrow.
Thank you for understanding. We'll have you sweet tomorrow.
I'm the day before, and you're still alive! A sweet tomorrow will be just fine, and I'm going to look forward to. You are very kind. Please don't hate me! I just don't have to
That'll be all, Cal. You will not punish my people.
People are going to bless everything. More people.
Shut the fuck up!
Stop it! You hear me? Stop.
Now, we've discussed this, haven't we, David? You mustn't hurt people. Do you understand? You could have killed her. You're all right. You're going to be fine.
I'm not going to be fine here.
What on earth possessed you to get that close to David?
Pity. Whatever possessed you to commit me?
Therapy. And you committed yourself.
You still don't believe I'm saying, do you?
I believe that I can help.
Dr. Moore, I am not insane. I came here to work.
I'll make time for you tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. We can talk then. Rest. You're going to be all right. It'll be fine. Believe me.
cry? Do you want some company? Do you remember me?
Yes,
You feel you don't belong here.
I don't.
That's what everybody thought when they first came. But then you'll accept. You'll see. Would you like to cry? Then cry. I believe that crying in the presence of someone is more comforting than to cry alone. I cried for days when I first came here. And I cried alone. You're not alone.
It's really nice of you. What's your name?
Honey,
Ronnie.
we're going to be great friends, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I've got my planes. Oh, and I've got these.
Where did you get those?
Nurse Parker gave them to me.
Nurse Parker. That's who Miss Bellamy keeps calling me. Do you know where she is?
She's gone. She's never coming back. But we're going to be great friends, aren't we?
Ronnie, tell me more about the keys.
Hmm? Oh. They open everything. This one here? Key to my heart.
I've just finished a poem. My reading this evening. You must come. Your play will be unprecedented. Were you always a poet? Always. Great poets are born. I didn't know that until I arrived here.
Did Dr. Quilley explain it to you?
Dr. Quilley is dead.
Dr. Quilley is dead?
Oh, yes. The man we now call Dr. Quilley explained it to me.
Now, if Dr. Quilley is dead, who is the man that calls himself Dr. Quilley?
Just a guest.
A guest?
One of us. Oh, when Dr. Quilley died, there was great unrest. We all felt so unprotected. So a guest became Dr. Quilley.
Sandra, are you sure you're not making this up? When did Dr. Quilley die?
Yesterday.
And when did you arrive at the Institute?
Today, or maybe tomorrow. Time is of no importance to a poet.
I see. I have to go.
You won't forget my reading.
No. Oh, Dr. Price.
Yes?
Oh, I'd like to apologize if I seemed rude to you last night at dinner.
I appreciate that, nurse. You see, in the Institute, we all must be very, very kind to each other.
Doctor.
Yes. Do you want to talk to me?
Yes.
Please sit down.
Oh. I just really wanted to know if you knew Dr. Quilley before you came to the Institute.
No. Why?
Well, frankly, there's been some talk. I don't take it seriously about Dr. Quilley, the real Dr. Quilley. He's
Dead?
So you heard that?
Oh, everyone has. You know, Alexandra's fantasies are quite public here. She's been saying them for years.
How long has she been here?
She came here when she was a very, very young girl. Long before I did.
Oh.
Who's standing? Won't you sit down?
Dr. Moore, you know how I feel about being here.
You've been most articulate.
Well, it goes beyond that. I've heard the most amazing things. For instance, the real Dr. Quilley is dead. And Nurse Parker, she may have been murdered. And the other nurses, they've just disappeared. Dr. Moore, it seems to me that the Institute is far sicker than the patients.
Innuendo. All you're really referring to is innuendo.
Are you saying I invented all of this?
Let's find out. Let's try to put things in their proper perspective. Are you willing to help me try to understand?
Yes, I am.
All right, fine. Won't you sit down? All right. Now let's try to put things in order. You were from Seattle,
Yes,
and you came here as a nurse.
of course.
And your Dr. Swanson, you say he was a psychotherapist,
Yes, he was.
and you believe he killed himself.
I thought you said you were going to help me. I thought you were different. I thought
That I was your knight in shining armor?
No. I thought at least you were a doctor with some integrity. Ron, you've got to help me. Of course I'll help you. Now watch. You must know how I can reach my family or anyone on the outside. Shh. Miss Sandra's going to read her poetry now. Ronnie, I don't want to cry alone. I tell you what, why don't you meet me tonight in Quilley's office at 3 a.m. Everybody's asleep then. We can use Quilley's phone. You know how to get into Quilley's office? Of course. Remember? Try to be in Quilley's office tonight at 3. And don't be late. I get sort of frightened when I'm in there all alone.
Gentlemen, special treat for you this evening. The first public reading of the Institute's own poetess in residence, the lovely Sandra Snow.
I shall make no speech.
Oh, goody. How about no poetry?
Gal, you can shut up or you can leave.
And miss all this?
My name is not Isandra. It's Cassandra. Consider yourself something else.
Please, anything else. She's beautiful.
It's a terrible experience for her. Don't they know what they're doing to her?
Psychotics are totally immersed in themselves, or whoever they think they are.
May this flame, this gentle flame rise slowly.
The ship, Sandy, baby. Come on, take it off.
You will all stop this now.
You're a guest. If anything has to be stopped around here, I'll do it.
You insist that I'm the nurse? The only nurse? Well, so be it. If your beloved doctors won't stop this, I will.
Forget her, Sandy, baby. Go on your way.
Now, get out.
And are you going to carry me out?
No, but I will.
You can all leave now. Now you've proven how strong and brave you are.
So all listen to the nurse. Out. Are you all right?
Yes, if you'll excuse me, I'll need my pills and some rest. I think I have this pain.
You can help Dr. Quilley, please. Sandra, it was fine. It was just fine.
For God's sake, why humiliate a nobody? Sandra, you're not a nobody. Don't dismiss yourself so easily.
I was dismissed a long time ago.
I'm impressed. Very impressed.
Thank you. It's only me. Did you hear a noise?
Yes, I tripped over Darlene's damn bike.
What?
No one else heard it. Calm down.
Oh, I hope not. Would you like to... Shh.
Would you like to see?
My latest model is the first Spitfire that was ever made.
We are here to help me. Remember?
We are?
Yes.
Oh, we are. Then we could go see the Spitfire.
Of course.
It's going to be my masterpiece.
Ronnie, please try and concentrate.
I get distracted.
I know.
Where were we?
Willie's phone.
The phone, of course. He keeps the phone, in that drawer. Bingo! Oh, there's a phone in there.
Thanks, Ronnie. That's what we've been looking for.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, of course. Go ahead and make a call.
I will.
Tell your parents you found a friend.
A savior.
Operator.
Hello, operator. And yes, I'd like you to place a collect call for me to...
Dear, you know only Dr. Quilley can place calls for his patients.
Well, I'm not a patient.
Well, what are the code words for today?
What are the code words for the day? The code word...
You know you're a patient. Now, why don't you just go to sleep?
This is an emergency.
It always is. You are a patient. Now, just go back to sleep.
Hello? She hung up.
Let's go see the Spitfire.
No. Give me the keys.
No. Nurse Parker gave these to me,
This is very important. My papers are in one of those drawers. Now, if I can find them and show them to Desmond, he'll believe me.
Desmond?
Dr. Moore.
Oh. Then we'll go see the Spitfire.
Later. Give them to me.
Well, you're my friend. Okay. The file's over there.
How do you know?
Well, because when I go to the session, Dr. Quilley always gets my file out of there.
Come on. Patient's file. Wait, maybe I'm in here. Real me.
Well, you are the real you.
I know that. But I have to prove it somehow. These are all in code. could be in code. I don't know, we might find some pattern to this, but this way doesn't make any sense. MOTHPOF. Wait a minute, this is beginning to make sense. This could be Darlene Court's car. CYC. Cyclist. He's cyclist. Father's in business, mother perhaps a professor. PARCHIS. Paranoid schizophrenic. LIKTYS. I don't know what that is. NRS. Could be nurse. KL.
Could be killed.
You don't think this is my card, do you?
No. Ill. It could be ill. It's Kill! Ronnie! It's too late for dear old Ronnie. He's so scared of me, he starts to shit every time he sees me. So, you've been having yourself a fine old time going through Dr. Quilly's desk. Had yourself a nice chat with the operator at Crown Point, huh? Oh, rifling the desk. You are as bad as I am, young lady. We're both very bad.
Come there, scream!
Go to your room. You fucking slime. I'm gonna slit your belly open like a flapping fish. Fucking pig.
Wait a minute.
I'll cut your goddamn throat.
There is a chance for escape, a journey that you can make. Come and see me in the tower. Come at once before it's too late. I wish you well in the dark, for the Institute is a place where hyenas speak and humans bark. Sandra. Dr. Moore, last night before I found Sandra, I went to David's room and his door was unlocked, and he wasn't there.
I saw David early this morning. He was in his room, peaceful, quiet.
He wasn't in his room last night.
Will we discuss this later? Jones, would you ask one of the staff members to bring out some candles and fancy tablecloths? You want to have a little service. She deserves it.
I'll take care of it.
You've got to help me. So I came here as a nurse. I have credentials. But they took my credentials, and they say I'm a patient, but I'm not. Please, you've got to help me.
Yeah, we understand. Listen, ma'am, why don't you talk to Dr. Quilley? He'll give you all the help you need. Excuse me.
I've been watching you get out of hand, nurse. And I've been patient long enough. There will be punishment, severe punishment.
I'll handle this, Jones.
But Dr. Moore, the nurse has been breaking all our rules. How the hell am I supposed to keep order around here?
You've been doing a splendid job, Jones. Why don't you help the others in? Go ahead.
All right, let's go back inside. Okay, everyone back inside. Let's go.
Now, Sandra told me a way to escape. Now I know what she really meant. There's only one way to leave the Institute.
Henry seems to do him better than the others.
You know, I have to admit, my ego is slightly dented. Henry has literally never done me.
Maybe that's because you're not the real Dr. Quilley.
Now, you mustn't mumble, nurse. We can't hear what you say. We can't help.
You didn't help Sandra, and you heard her. You made her speak loud and clear, and everybody listened. They knew they would laugh.
The theory worked. Cassandra did become the poet, and the poet was released from the Institute.
Are you suggesting my responsibility for Sandra's death?
Is that what you're saying, Dr. Moore? I demand an answer.
Not here, Doctor. We have patients here.
Jones, Miss Donnie Meade, Lucille, see our guests out. This meal is over. You too, nurse. You may be excused.
How dare you question me in public?
I asked you not to make a scene.
Everything's a scene here at the Institute. It was designed that way. Desmond. Suicide was Cassandra's final fantasy, her final freedom. Now, it's regretful, but it does happen. You didn't suppose that the Institute was the only mental hospital in the world that didn't have its percentage of failures. Adler failed. Jung failed. Freud failed.
But they didn't accept failure as the ultimate therapy. Dr. Quilley, you know how long I've admired you. We studied your books in school. We practically worshipped at your shrine. I came here to learn from a great man. I'm still trying to discover your theories. Your real theories. Those great books of yours.
Theoretical books put into practice are not necessarily neat, Desmond. A book belongs on a shelf. You bring it to life, it's no longer a book.
What is it, Doctor?
The Institute.
Doctor? Are you all right?
Was it bad with Quilly?
Yes.
Must be hard for you.
Well, for me to have had the temerity even to question that man.
Maybe he's not that man.
Please, Susan. That's your Saunders story again.
No, I'm not talking about a Saunders story. I'm just saying that people sometimes change, and the Quilly that you respected so much may be a very different one now. Some people have paid a terrible price for greatness.
Like your Dr. Swanson.
He could have been a great man.
Susan, there are times when I'm absolutely convinced you're saying it. Then, as yesterday morning, that fantasy about David's disappearance.
David was not there.
All right, Susan. Anything you say.
Don't patronize me.
It was like that.
Yes.
Please don't scream! I don't like screams! Besides, it wouldn't help.
David, I just saw you in your room and the door was locked.
No, it wasn't. I was out, but after I got back to my room, no one ever came to lock the door again.
No one knows that your door is unlocked?
Only the one who let me out. That is such a hard mattress. You really should complain.
David, who let you out?
Oh, it's always the same person. I only like it outside for a little while. I'm really quite comfortable in my room, except when they wash me. I used to wash myself.
You will again.
You promise?
I promise.
A person should wash his own body. I think I will.
I was told to find you and kill you!
But I couldn't, Susan. Oh, what a lovely person you are. You remind me of someone who was very kind to me.
Miss Parker.
She let me wash myself before they killed her. They like to kill nurses here. And doctors, too. And they bury them. In the cellar.
David, please tell me who let you out of your room.
you a brush? I'm tired now.
Do you want to go to your room?
If you'll take me. That was a lovely visit.
David, where is the cellar?
Try the old door. Try the old door next to the kitchen. Are you going there?
Maybe.
I invite you in, but it's not very tidy.
It's all right. All in my mind.
Hello, nurse.
Luther,
You're not supposed to know about this place. Neither am I.
how did you find it?
Gal showed it to me. I knew it would hurt me. Come. I have something to show you. This is Nurse Parker's grave. I worshipped her. She was so kind. She looked like you know?
How do you know that's her grave?
It's the newest. She was the last to be killed.
The last one?
Dr. Corey was the first to die. He's here. The others are outside.
That's the real Dr. Quilly?
Oh, yes. The present Quilly is a patient. He took over when Quilly died to carry on his work.
That's what Sandra said. Dr. Pricer said it was just her fantasy.
Oh, Pricer's a patient, too. We're all patients here. Except the dead. Only the dead are sane at the Institute.
Dr. Moore doesn't know anything about this. Does he? Does he?
Look.
Registered nurse.
There were nurses, too.
They bring nurses here to the Institute so that one of the guests can kill them.
But you don't know who's killing the nurses.
I don't know. I know they get them here. They bring them here and they never leave. You'll sleep here one day, nurse. The candles told me so. Oh, Lord God. Lord God, vengeance. Show thyself.
Dr. Quilly wants to see you now.
Suppose I say no.
Then you say no, but you will see Dr. Quilly now.
Good! Because I want to see him now.
A soft evening, eh, nurse? Almost as if all elements conspired to quiet the beasts in man.
You are our most difficult guest, nurse.
Maybe that's because I'm not a guest.
Intense shock therapy is the last resort at the Institute. You have brought me to that last resort. You were here in my office. You used the telephone. Oh, don't lie. The operator told me all about it. You have tried to destroy the Institute ever since you arrived. Then you used dear Ronnie to let you in here. You flaunted yourself in front of David, undoing the work of a whole year. But the final infamy was turning Desmond Moore from his work. My work.
Your work. Turning a hospital, a place of healing, into a parody of therapy. Yes, I was here. And I used the phone. I was also in the cellar. You remember the cellar? You're buried there. So were the nurses.
You were in the cellar!
Yes. And in the basement room. The one that doesn't exist.
That's a sacred place!
No, it's the burial site for Dr. Quilly. The real one.
How dare you?
How dare you? In this whole damn place. It's you, isn't it? Paranoid schizophrenic. Kills nurses. You tease and kill nurses, don't you? You're nothing but a patient.
I am Magnus Quilly. This is my hospital. Mine. Don't do anything, Doctor.
I'll call an ambulance. We'll have you stocked and...
I'll be dead before ambulance can get here. Oh, it'll be all right, Jones. Dr. Moore here will look after you. Desmond, you'll have to take command. Good luck. Good luck. You did this. You brought this all on.
Is he dead?
Dr. Moore.
Dr. Quilly is alive. I just saw him.
Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you. It was just to honor Dr. Quilly.
Quite an effective performance, Henry. Perhaps a bit too effective. Thank you, Henry. Sometimes we see things not as they are, but as we would like them to be, as I mentioned to Dr. Paul Swanson this morning.
You're saying you spoke with Paul?
Yes, I called him this morning. It was sort of a hunch, really. And you'll be happy to know that he's very much alive.
Alive?
You weren't his nurse, Susan. You were his patient. You fell in love with him, it seems. And because of falling in love with Paul, he felt that another doctor should take over your treatment. The rejection was too much for you to bear. You imagined him dead and ran away. Here, to the Institute.
Maybe I should go back.
No, of course not. The new head of the Institute needs a top-notch nurse, doesn't he? I'll be moving into my new office. Maybe you'd like to help. Thank you. Needless to say, the order and serenity that Dr. Quilly brought to the Institute will be one of the most important priorities during my tenure here. Yes, Jones. Set it right here, please. Of course, it will be very important during this transition period that the rules of the Institute be strictly obeyed. Jones here has agreed to stay on as head of security to help us protect our way of life. Thank you. Thank you all. Miss Manning, could you give me a hand here, please? Nothing like touch of home in the office. If you could help me arrange these.
I saw a toy like this in the basement. It belonged to a patient. And it's schizophrenic, chemist, teases. And teases. Likes toys, kills nurses.
What happened here?
There's been an accident. Jones, I want you to dispose of the body in the usual manner. Ronnie, I want you to clean this room up.
Yes, Miss Mary.
Dynamite.
Dynamite, I want you to call a staff meeting for later. And I expect everyone on the staff to attend. But... do you understand? Oh, yeah.
Miss Manning, you must not forget you are just the nurse.
I'm in charge now. The rest we can discuss later at the staff meeting. That's all. Jones, I want you to call the driver. The new doctor is due to arrive tonight, and I'm going to meet him personally.
I don't think...
No, you don't think. I'll do the thinking. Now go.
You can't leave.
I'm late.
You can't get out.
Why?
You need this to open the gate.
Thank you, Jones.
Evening, ma'am. You see, I told you you'd get the job. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Could we please go?
Train station, ma'am?
The police station?